Hi Aries, it's Victoria here. I apologize that you guys were the last ones to get your February forecast, but since it's February 1st, I figured I would come through. So this is going to be a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Because this is a general reading, I do ask that you only take what resonates and you ignore the rest. If it's not meant for you, it's meant for somebody else. I'm open for personal readings, so if you're interested in booking one, you can message me at VXPrada on Twitter, or you can email me. I left my email in the description box below. So we're going to see what's in store for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus this February 2020. We finally got through January, which was chaotic. And now we're going to see what's in store for February. So what's in store in terms of love, romance, finance, career, and general spiritual energy. All right, what's in store for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of February? Already I feel as though the energy is just very fidgety. It's hard to think straight right now. There's also a lot going on outside my apartment right now, so if I look distracted, that's why. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we got the High Priestess, Tower, Ten of Swords in reverse. I feel as though a lot of you are going through a very intense transition at this moment. It's kind of as though your biggest fears came to light, but the only reason that you were faced with these like really intense tower moments is because you weren't listening to your intuition. I think you were just being too eager and too impulsive instead of doing what you knew was best. You did what you wanted to do, and now you may have repeated patterns from the past. Things that you thought, lessons that you thought you learned, you didn't really go through with it. Page of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there was not enough communication. Not enough details were revealed to you before you decided to pursue either this person, this job, this opportunity. You jumped into it head first. You fully dived into it, and now you're realizing that your foundations are falling apart. And you're just at this moment where you're realizing that you did know better, but you didn't listen to your intuition. Or maybe these moments, these past experiences, these like really difficult, painful lessons to learn have just heightened your awareness to your awareness and have heightened your connection to your inner voice, so your intuition. And now you're feeling like you're not ready to jump to conclusions anymore. You're not ready to fully invest into things that you don't have the full picture of. Instead, you're going to focus on following your intuition from this point forwards. These experiences you've had, Aries, no matter how traumatic, no matter how difficult, painful, deep, no matter how much suffering had occurred on your end or on other people's ends, it is really important for you to understand that these lessons, no matter how painful, they were really an opportunity for you to open up your mind, open up your spirit to understanding that sometimes it's not about impulse, sometimes it's not about jumping the gun, sometimes it's about sitting still and listening to your inner voice. A lot of you have the tendency to start things without finishing them, and I think that there was just this enthusiasm of starting a project that, again, you didn't have very much knowledge about, very much details. Things were kind of up in the air, but you decided that you were going to dive in head first, and it only left you in a tower moment, like it completely backfired on you, and now you are feeling devastated. Or maybe you're feeling like, you know what, my intuition was telling me this all the time since the beginning, and now I'm ready to start acknowledging my intuition and putting that maybe before my desire to take action. Some of you could have been involved with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that wasn't mature, and you're realizing now that this is not your Prince Charming. I feel as though you just came out of like a very difficult period, Aries. The only way that the past isn't going to, exactly, Justice card, karma. The only way that the past is not going to repeat itself is if you actually apply the lessons that were taught to you. You actually apply your intuition moving forwards. You don't ignore it. You honor it. You honor your spiritual self and the connection that you have with your spiritual side. That's the only way that you're going to avoid feeling like this. And I think a lot of you are starting to learn how to move past and move forwards from these transformations that were forced upon you. Because the thing with the universe is it's always trying to teach you something. It's always there to guide you into the direction, into your destiny. And the more you ignore your intuition and the more that you ignore the karmic lessons that are coming your way, the more you live through these painful experiences and you neglect to apply the lessons learned and really take the time to reassess what the fuck was going on before you dive into the next situation and repeat the same patterns. The more you do that, the more moments like this, moments of hardship and excruciating experiences will come your way, because the universe simply sees no other method of altering your direction. It's kind of like a correction that needs to be made, Aries. But I'm seeing here the Justice card is speaking about karma and speaking of putting into life what you wish to get out of life. And so if you are being negligent, you cannot expect things to just fall into place. If it's not for you, it's not for you. And Aries, you cannot force an outcome simply because you want it to work. Simply because you like the chase. Simply because you feel the need to go to war and initiate whatever type of outcome you're looking for. 4 of Cups in reverse. So I think a lot of you are starting to change your mindset and change your perception. At first, you were feeling very defeated in regards to these tower moments, but I think some of you are actually starting to realize that the worst has already happened, and now you can better take control over your life again by applying the lessons that were meant for you to really think about. Instead of you just sitting in a corner having a tantrum, feeling defeated, feeling just very negative and pessimistic, rather than doing that and only seeing the negative side of things, you can actually choose to turn within and analyze, why is it that these experiences happen? Why is it that these cycles keep repeating? Why is it that I keep attracting this kind of person, this kind of dynamic? Within you holds all the answers that you've been seeking, and that's what the High Priestess is trying to tell you. You can't always know what the future holds. Some things are simply meant for you to experience, and that's why you have the experiences you've had. That's the universe's way to teaching you what you came on Earth to learn about. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for February. So I think February is going to be a very insightful month for you, Aries. Moon card. Yeah, it's going to be a very insightful month for you. You're going to be less pressed on moving forwards in the sense of like physically moving forwards, physically taking action instead of being so caught up in what you think you desire and getting so caught up into chasing and pursuing that thing or that person, that job, that career. You will learn to turn within and take a moment to think about what your soul is actually telling you and where it's guiding you towards. Because if you keep forcing an outcome that isn't meant for you, Aries, you will continue to have these terror moments. And after a while, you'll just feel so tired and discouraged that as any human, you'll start to feel negative and you'll start to feel as though there's really no way to turn your life around. But Aries, we know that you don't tend to dwell on the past like that. And so I just encourage you this February that moving forwards, you have a more open mindset and that you feel a bit more optimistic about the control that you actually do have over your life. You do not have to seek answers, or you do not have to seek, I forget the word I'm looking for, but you don't need validation from outside forces, Aries. You have what you need. Everything you are seeking is already within you. You are the leader of the zodiac. You are your very first sign to kick off the zodiac, and there's no need for you to feel as though you have to have it together all the time. It's okay to take a moment to reassess things, Aries. And I think that's what February is going to teach you. Keep an open mind. So that's your angel love card, by the way. Keep an open mind. It says, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So don't be so pessimistic, Aries. Don't be so quick to give up on things, not follow through with things, especially when you don't have the full picture, the full story. Don't be so eager to brush people off simply because you don't think that simply because you don't think that they're going to live up to your expectations. I think a lot of Aries are idealistic. A lot of you guys are actually, anyway, I won't get into the sidereal Pisces, but a lot of you guys are sidereal Pisces. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right, but that's how I pronounce it, sidereal astrology. A lot of you guys are actually Pisces. I'll get into that another time if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, if you just started dating someone, or you are currently in a relationship, or even if you're single right now, this card is to remind you that the soulmate that is meant for you, the type of person that is meant for you, they may look different, they may act different, they may have different interests than your usual type. Your expectations, the universe is not always, the universe isn't always going to give you what you want. The universe is going to give you what you need. If you keep chasing things that are not for you, Aries, you're going to keep having these terror moments. It's all about karma and balancing out all the karmic ties that are meant for you to balance out. And so that's why we're asking you to be optimistic and to change the narrative around, to take control over your life again. It's not all gone to shit. Like, you're not going to keep, if you actually apply the lessons that were meant for you to learn, you will better your life. And that's why your angels are asking you to keep an open mind. Don't be so quick to give up on your partnership, and don't be so close-minded if you are dating, if you're single right now and you're looking for love and you're an Aries. Don't be so quick to shut people off. In fact, you may have already met your soulmate, but you don't even realize it because they're not up to your, not your standards, but they're not up to like the idea that you have in your mind of your soulmate. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. So the person that comes to mind as you're getting this reading is likely your soulmate. If you've been wondering if this person is for you, yes, this is your soulmate. This is your soulmate, Aries, and you don't have to fear and put your walls up because you think that the past is going to repeat yourself. karma is on your side, whether good or bad, it's on your side. If you've been making the necessary effort and work within yourself or within your partnerships, know that you're going to be rewarded, because the universe is not out to get you. All right, the universe is just simply here to help you, and they send reinforcement through people, through experiences, through situations, through dynamics. They communicate with you in all types of ways, especially through your intuition, Aries. There's no need to rush into things. There's no need to be immature, and there's no need to ignore the fact that you don't have all the concrete facts just yet. I'm gonna pull a card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus that are currently single right now. So what does this month of February have in store? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus that are single. Yeah, give your relationship a chance. Basically, there's just so many different ways to say keep an open mind. But stay optimistic about your love life, Aries, this February, and really work on your partnerships. Work on the people that you're building connections with, Aries. Work on yourself. Work on anything that's going to help you feel more comfortable and more grounded when it comes to love. I really want you to be grounded, Aries. February is for being grounded. So I'm going to have a look at Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, spiritual, like general spiritual energy surrounding you in February. Yeah. Okay. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, February. Truth. Choose wisely, which is a card you guys always get. Crown chakra, exactly. And passion ignited. And so I really feel as though if you've been experiencing a lack of passion in your love life, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, I really do urge you to give your relationship a chance this February. Acknowledge the fact that yes, this is your soulmate. And also think about the karmic energies that are at play within your love life. That's going to help make you feel more secure and help keep you grounded, as opposed to giving into that cardinal energy that's always guiding you to initiate some type of outcome. All right, I hope that makes sense. Because I am late, I did want to give you guys a little oracle message from my Moonology deck. So what does Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus have to know for the month of February? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. February may be a little difficult, because tower moments, they're kind of tough to recover from. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So all is not lost, Aries, and you actually have your own energy coming forth right here, urging you to continue on and urging you to continue the fight. So a fiery climax approaches. Actually, I'm just gonna take my booklet and read to you what that says, because Aries. I'm just learning this deck, you guys. Okay, so it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. Wow. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. This is amazing. This is what I was saying, but better. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. So basically, your advice is be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. So yeah, just handle yourself with dignity and grace, Aries. Um, Additional meanings are don't be a baby. It says sorry, but this could be the issue. You guys are the babies of the zodiac, believe it or not, okay? It says you need to have more fun. It says if you're in an intense situation, tower moments, dedicate your way to peace. And that's why you may have to be step into some solitude and reflect a little bit. And then it also says being assertive is good, just don't ride rough hood over anyone. Okay? Yep. I'm not going to bore you with the rest, but that's basically it, Aries. I love you, and I'm wishing you a fantastic February. Happy Black History Month, and I'll see you again. I'll see you soon.